All right, what's going on today, everybody? Back with another knife review just for you. So, what I got today, got a Benchmade Griptilian, but not just your standard Griptilian. As you can see, CPM 20 CV. It's also got another little surprise on there. So this is my fourth Benchmade overall. I am starting to like the Benchmades a little more. I will say their fit and finish is not as good as my Spyderco's, but it's pretty close, even though they all mostly cost more than my Spyderco's. But I was never a Griptilian fan. I had seen them, and it just never did it for me. I never really thought I'd want one. I bought this thing, the Presidio 2. It's a large knife. This was kind of, some people called it the upgraded Griptilian. So I got this thing, and it's just a really big knife. It's not an EDC knife. It would be something if you knew you were going to go out and do some hard work and need a big knife. So this one came from Knives Ship Free. Not sponsored at all. Obviously, I've got 2 subscribers, but I would definitely check these guys out if you're looking for a knife. I live in East Tennessee, and these guys live right outside Chattanooga, Tennessee. They're about 3 hours away from me, but if you order before 2 o'clock, 2 p.m., they ship your order by, I'm not kidding, like 3:30. I ordered this knife Wednesday. It's Friday afternoon. It's here. Ordered another knife Thursday. It'll be here tomorrow. So anyway, let's get into the knife. Like I said, this is 20 CV. It's got another little surprise there, and that is the Spidey hole. That's right, a Benchmade with a Spidey hole. Not exactly sure how they pulled this off, but when I saw that, and especially with the 20 CV, I was like, you know what? If there's ever a Griptilian I would buy, it's going to be this one. It also comes with the G10 scales. That was another one I really liked. And with these blue liners and standoffs, I think it's a really good looking knife. So yeah, I played with the action just a little bit, and just a little playing with it, got it to fall shut, comes out, falls shut. The Spidey flicking on it's a little more difficult, and I'll tell you why here. Let me get a comparable knife. Where's my Manix at? Here it is. So, quick size comparison. Regular size Griptilian versus the Manix 2. And they are almost identical. So these knives, in my opinion, are direct competitors. I just now kind of noticed that. But, so the Griptilian with the the Manix 2 here with the Spidey hole, you've got a detent when it's closed. So you hear it there. You got to break that detent. So what that does is it gives you a little pressure built up to be able to Spidey flick it out. Or to thumb flick it, it really snaps out because of that detent. You got to build up some pressure, and then it just pops open. So on this one, the Griptilian, there is no detent down here. The only thing holding it is the axis lock. So it does pull it back in, but that's the axis lock pushing on the knife. There's no detent. So you can still do it. I feel like I'm pretty decent at the Spidey flick, so it's not a big problem for me. It does fail sometimes, but thumb flicking is pretty much guaranteed every time. So that's nice. Either way, I'm not a huge fan of thumb stud knives. You can see here, I got a callus on my thumb from these couple Benchmades I've bought in the past few weeks playing with them. But yeah, overall, I like the sheep's foot blade as well. And this one came pretty dang sharp. I've got my order form here. I cut my address off. Let's see what we got here. This may be the sharpest Benchmade I've got so far. Yeah, it absolutely is. When you cut thin slices like that really slow, you got a pretty sharp knife. So, yeah, probably the sharpest Benchmade I've got out of the box. I do have a strop on the way. I've got some sharpening stones, but these knives are so sharp, I think if you strop them, especially the Benchmades, because the edge comes a little rough compared to like this Hogue. See how it's really shiny. And here you can see the grind lines in it. And this Hogue's the sharpest knife I've got out of the box, actually. So I think if you strop these, it would take them from really sharp to scary sharp. You can see up in the corner here, that 20 CV, Mel Purdue design, drop shut. Alright, so I compared it to the Manix 2, it's just a normal Manix 2. And these are pretty much almost exactly the same size. You can see the spidey hole on the Manix 2 is bigger. I really like this Manix 2. It's my second knife of my updated collection. I call it updated because it's when I actually started buying nice knives. Let's do a few more size comparisons here. Here we got a pair of 3. So quite a bit taller than the pair of 3. This Presidio 2 I was talking about earlier. Check it out next to that. This is Presidio 2. Like I said, it's a big boy knife. It's got, you can't really tell how thick it is because they put these reliefs up here on the spine. You can kind of tell by back here. Oh, to the Manix 2 again. I will say the blade stock here. You can see how much thicker the Benchmade blade stock is overall. And that's part of this saber grind. It comes to a certain point and then it flattens out. Whereas the Spydercos, a lot of them are just this hollow grind. So it makes the blade still overall a little thinner. But you get a nice sharp tip on there, which you get on the Benchmade as well. And one more. We'll do the Mini Freak carbon fiber. See, it's quite a bit bigger. This Mini Freak is one of my favorite knives now. Until my new Zero Tolerance gets here tomorrow. That's the coolest looking, most futuristic knife I've ever seen. That review's probably gonna come up tomorrow or Sunday. If it shows up tomorrow. It's the Zero Tolerance 0990. It's their new version of the 999, which was a $750 to $1,500 knife, depending on where you got it. But the new 990, craziest looking knife I've ever seen, one of the coolest. I had to do it. Speaking of, this knife was $187 plus tax. It's a little steep for a Griptilian, but you're getting the 20 CV blade, which is pretty much one of the nicest blade stills out right now. And you get the G10 handles, and it's got full liners. It's a little bit of a hefty knife. It's a little heavier than I thought it was going to be. That's okay. I'm not very big on super light knives. It doesn't matter that much to me. So yeah, I really like this knife. Not so much of an EDC knife, I guess. It could be. The clip works well. It's a deep carry clip from the factory, like that. Yeah, I just had two bug out clips show up yesterday. I really like these little bug out clips. I put one on my Mini Crook River as well. So this thing is now completed. Show it to you. I got the Flytanium kit, but I put the scales on there, the carbon fiber scales, and I was like, man, that wood just makes the knife. It needs that wood on there. So I just put the new pivot washers and the carbon fiber back spacer. I think it's a really good looking knife now. I got rid of some of that tacky orange, so now it's just a sleek, really cool knife all around. So, but yeah, overall, I really like this knife, the Griptilian. Really good feel in the hands. Easy to deploy with that spotty hole. Thumb every time. You can spotty flick it. It just takes a little bit of effort. You got to kind of focus on it. So just pulling it out of the pocket real quick, probably going to be easier just to thumb flick it. But with that spotty hole and messing with the action a little bit, really easy to do. I'm going to have to put some Loctite in this pivot here, because just playing with it, it comes loose. But now if you grip it to use it, there's no blade play, but just right here it's loose. So I'm going to put some Loctite in there. Get it. You can have it where the blade's tight, but it still drops shut. There's a really thin line there where you can have both. So just need a little Loctite to sure that up. But yeah, overall, I like this knife. I think it's a good looking knife. I think it's a really good, like I said, if you're going to need to use a knife, but you don't want to carry this giant Presidio 2, I think it's a really good in-between. So, and then just real quick, I want to talk about this this Hogue Deca, because actually, what I didn't realize when I bought it, I got it off one of my favorite sellers on eBay. His name's Robco. He's an authorized Spyderco dealer, but he sells other stuff. This right here, I was looking up because I was looking at him on Blade HQ, and nobody had this blue Damascus and black Warncliffe design. They didn't have it. Nobody had it. I couldn't find it. So I got a little worried there. I was like, damn, is this a fake? Because sometimes the fakes, they make color combos that never came out. So I was like, damn, is this a fake? So I went and got my box and typed in the serial number on here, which was this. And it turns out this is an MGE Exclusive knife. So MGE, it's a knife website, I guess. They did this exclusive run with the black Warncliffe and the blue Damascus. So yeah, that was actually pretty cool when I found that out. And man, this knife out of the box, I have done nothing to the action. I didn't mess with the pivot at all, and it's just one of the smoothest actions out of the box I think I've got, with no messing with it. And this pivot was pretty tight. I tried to, and I gave it a decent amount of pressure. It didn't move, so I was like, I'm just going to leave it. And it dropped shut. And I put this $5 Civivi clip on here, and I absolutely love the look of it. You can get that clip on Amazon. You get 2 of them for $5. I really like the thumb stud, the axis lock, or whatever they call it, and the pivot all has that cool design. And this is a 20 CV blade too for $148. This knife is my current EDC. It's very light, which, like I said, doesn't matter too much to me. But I love the look, I love the feel, and it came sharper than any knife I've ever got. You know what I mean? I mean, you can just, it's razor sharp. So, but yeah, overall, the Griptilian, which one is this? 550-1. Very nice knife. Has a smooth action with a little bit of adjustment. Got your good jimping back here. And another reason I like this knife, real quick, on these Spydercos, the way the blade's shaped with the spotty hole, you can get a really good thumb hold back here. And they have the finger choice. You can get a really good hold and do some precision work with some effort. So that's one thing I really liked about my Spydercos. And this knife, where it has a spotty hole, you can get your thumb back there on it. It doesn't have a finger choil. Benchmade doesn't really do finger choils, which is kind of unfortunate, but you can get your thumb back there and really dig into something. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. Like I said, the zero tolerance 0990 video is coming soon. I'm thinking about that, and next I'm thinking about either the zero tolerance 0308, the big boy knife, or zero tolerance makes a slip joint that's really cool. It's just really cool looking. So I thought about maybe picking that up to have a slip joint knife. Thought that would be pretty cool. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and feel free to subscribe. Post knife videos normally about once a week. So I appreciate y'all watching. Have a good day.